Welcome back, I'm Mark, and this is exoticcarplayplace, and I'd love to welcome you to today's great video on Audis and the best Audis for people that love driving cars. It's not just about getting the kids to school and the soccer games, it can actually be for that fun Saturday night cruise or even a Sunday night ripper on those back roads in the country. So today we're going to share with you 4 of the most amazing Audi cars that I would personally buy, and I'd recommend these are the cars that you need to buy and own if you're a driver. Let's get into it now. Welcome back to the channel, everybody. Mark with exoticcarplayplace. The first Audi that I would highly recommend to you guys would be the beautiful RS7, which is easily and arguably one of the prettiest Audis available today. Originally came out in 2013 and currently runs till the present. It originally came out with a 4-liter twin turbocharged twin scroll engine that produced about 552 horsepower. Well, that thing was a monster, and it launched with all the wheels biting at the pavement, was able to hit 0 to 60 miles per hour in a brisk 3.9 seconds. Absolutely phenomenal, and it could hit 155 mile per hour governed top speed. It actually also comes equipped with an 8-speed Tiptronic transmission, which makes it just a smooth, glorious driving experience, has the infamous Quattro all-wheel drive system, and has torque vectoring to support its handling in the aggressive corners. One of the outstanding features on these cars is the oversized 20-inch rims, which really makes it very prominent and substantial looking. Also, you can get a massive set of brakes that stop this beast, and as an option, you can also get a 6-piston caliper setup clamping down on those carbon ceramic brakes. Since then, of course, some changes have occurred, and actually Audi, of course, keeps tweaking and tuning, and now the current generation RS7 comes out with a 605 horsepower version of the same car. And as a result, the current generation can hit 0 to 60 mile per hour times of about 3.3 seconds and a quarter mile of about 11.4 seconds. Makes this thing blisteringly quick. Really have to hold on to the steering wheel with both hands, otherwise this thing will just take you for a ride. It also now has a potentially lofty 190 mile per hour top speed, which really puts this right smack dab in supercar territory. So why do I like this car so much? Other than the fact that it's blisteringly fast, one of the sexiest looking sedans on the market, all-wheel drive will support your winter driving conditions, trunk space for the groceries, back seats for the kids. It does everything. It can take it to the track and rip it up on the back roads. But have you seen the interior of these cars? Audi is known for some of the most beautifully well-crafted interiors, and the quality is second to none. It is top shelf through and through, and really there's so many things to love about the RS7. So the second Audi that I really can't help but slobber over happens to be the TT RS. That's right, guys, I can't help but promote this car. Yes, the TT comes from a family and a lineage of cars that seem to be a little bit more feminine, typically owned by the hairdresser or the salon owners. But guess what? The TT RS takes this car and this chassis to an entirely new level with a 5-cylinder turbocharged engine that makes about 400 horsepower and a whopping 354 pound-feet of torque. It's inevitable that it'll launch like a rocket due to its ultra-light weight of about 1,500 kilograms. Do you want some statistics? Okay, 174 miles per hour, about a 0 to 60 mile per hour time in 3.4 seconds. This is truly the most raucous, hardcore, intense Audi RS model in the lineup. It does away with all the feminine appeal and brings serious masculinity to the table. Now, what good is all that power if you have a slow shifting transmission that you can't convert? But it doesn't have a slow shifting transmission because it actually has a 7-speed dual clutch transmission, and it's all mated together through 4 wheels driving at the same time, and its infamous Audi Quattro all-wheel drive system. This thing will launch harder out of the hole than a jackrabbit that looks around and seeing a coyote bearing down on its rear end. This thing is an absolute beast. It actually accelerates quicker 0 to 60 than the R8, its bigger supercar brother. And the funny thing is it actually handles very well too. Not quite the same level of handling as you might find its rival, the Cayman Porsche. However, it does handle very, very well, and with its sure-footedness and the all-wheel drive system, it's sure to grip those corners as much as you are willing to push it. But with all of that said, unfortunately the brakes are slightly less than overwhelming. They're a little bit weak. They don't stop the car as aggressively as you should have hoped for with a car that it can accelerate this quick, but they do the job just fine. But as far as suspension setups, there's a couple of options. I would personally stick with the standard adaptive dampers because it gives you a better direct feel. If you go with the upgrade, it actually will take the car to further limits, but then you have no way to verify really how far you're pushing it until you're spun around in the corners into the hedges. Now, at a whopping price of about $69,000 US, it does seem like a lot of money for a golf-based car. Now, with that said, it does compete with the last generation Porsche 911 Turbo in terms of acceleration, so on one hand, it does seem like great value. It also comes equipped with the typical high-quality Audi interior. If you look at the finishing, it is second to none, just as we found in the RS7. As well, what's equally impressive is the digital cluster, which is configurable and very impressive nonetheless too. The entire interior of this car is just a wonderful place to be. You can also get a couple of wheel packages. I would suggest getting the upgrade to the 20-inch wheels, but either way, you can't go wrong. It is a phenomenal machine through and through. Now, my third choice of cars that I highly recommend, I cannot recommend enough, goes to the wonderful R8. That's right, if you like driving, the R8 is your toy. As well, it's also known as one of the most dependable, reliable, and sturdy supercars available today. Based loosely on the Lamborghini Gallardo and then of course later the Huracan, it has similar drivetrains and chassis components. So the original car back in 2006 that came out had a 4.2-liter V8 engine. You could either get a 6-speed manual gated shifter or you could get the R-Tronic, which was a single automated gearbox. Either way, it was a really fun driving car, made some of the best sounds in the business, and it had all the edginess that you would expect from a supercar. The R8 was a beast. Then along comes the V10. They tuned it up even further. And now this is truly the car to get. You get the V10 Plus. Actually has 602 horsepower, and it can launch this beast from 0 to 60 mile per hour in about 3.3 seconds. And hit a massive, eye-watering 330 kilometers an hour. That's right, it'll hit over 200 miles per hour in this wonderful Audi. Another great couple of things that really make this car even more appealing is the fact you can get a coupe, you can get a spider, basically a convertible. Again, you can get dual clutch transmissions, and depending on the generation, some manuals are available. Another great thing is the fact that because they belong to the Audi family, Audi dealerships are far more prevalent than you might find with a Lamborghini or Ferrari, so the dealer network servicing is far more available to you should you live into slightly more remote locations. So it's more serviceable. The performance is there, the looks and the profile of the car are exceptional. The sounds are some of the best in the business with that V10, and even the V8 sounds great as well. There's absolutely nothing to dislike about the Audi R8. Highly recommend it, and seriously a car I would consider buying myself. And my fourth choice for cars that I would highly recommend in the Audi world, I would personally drive one myself. I loved it so much, I've driven these cars, and that goes to the wonderful and lowest cost RS model in the lineup, the RS3. That's right, it's the current sedan version, not the older hatchback, but it's the current sedan model that comes equipped with the same turbocharged 5-cylinder engine that you find in the TT RS. Now, the RS3 isn't quite as brisk as the TT because it's slightly heavier. It's about 200 to 300 pounds heavier, and it sits about 2.5 inches higher, so its handling isn't quite as dialed in as the TT RS. But the trade-off, of course, is it's vastly more practical. With the trunk, 4 doors, it's far more usable for the day-to-day activities that you might experience as a family person or just somebody that needs the versatility of a sedan. Again, 0 to 60 time now is 3.9 versus the 3.4 in the TT RS, but regardless, it is a phenomenal car. It has the great telltale Audi headlights with the LEDs, beautiful wheel package, upgraded brakes, and if you look at the interior, there's nothing downscale low grade about it. Sure, you can dress things up and buy the RS7, but if you don't have the funds available, the RS3 will suffice just fine, and is truly one of the quickest Audis available on the market today. So would I buy any one of these? Absolutely, I would buy all 4 of them. They're all phenomenal. They all have the trademark Audi grills, the wonderful interior finishing, as well as LED headlights, and just the quality interior finishing that you get with the Audi product. Love these cars, and I would truly pick any one of these up today. So on that note, be sure to hit the link over there. It's going to take you to another great video talking about Audi reliability. And don't forget to subscribe over here, and you're welcome to a great feast in the Exotic Car Play Place community. Hope to see you guys real soon. Catch you then. Bye-bye.